The next flavoured vodka from Dutch Barn I'm going to give you some cocktail inspiration around is their black cherry vodka, which is actually made with proper black cherries. Now, bonus recipe, I'm going to give you 5, but bonus recipe because I just want to touch on something very quickly. We love, as a nation, we love cherry cola. You know, Coca-Cola, cherry cola, and Pepsi Max's cherry go really well. We've obviously got, I've just got normal Coke Zero here, but we've obviously got a naughty cherry cola. I've already put some lime juice in there. Now, that's obvious in its own right, but a thing I want to touch on very quickly, inspiration. I found this by pure accident. I'm going to whack in some chili bitters. Chili, cherry, and cola. It's just magical. This stuff, I talked about loads on other stuff. I'm not going to go into the sermon here. I'm just going to go 5 drops. I'm going to keep this mild. It might have been 6. But these just are beautiful. And just the chili note with the cherry and the cola, it's just absolutely fantastic. Don't forget that lime in there. You kind of need that lime just to balance. I think that is so good. Spicy cherry cola, naughty cherry cola highball. I think that's fantastic. Right, let's start you off proper. So recipe 1, another highball essentially. The Mule. We love a Mule, but I'm going to turn this into an almond, cherry and almond mule. So like a bakewell mule. Highball. These are 12-ounce glasses. So you know highballs, I like easy drinking. I don't want to booze forward. So I'm literally going 30ml, 1 ounce of this cherry vodka. Lime juice will be adjusted taste, you know, a couple of wedges. I'm assuming most of you do wedges. I'm just literally going to throw in 15ml, but you'll need to throw in more lime juice if you haven't got a sweet tooth, because I'm going to balance it with some orgeat syrup, which is obviously a sugar syrup. I'm just going for 10ml. So if you do need to up the lime, do it, you know, but just 10ml of this orgeat in here for me. And then personally for me in this style of drink, I want proper feisty ginger beer. So we've got the Fever Tree stuff out here. Old Jamaica is lovely as well, but it's a little bit sweeter. I've already got sweet stuff in here in orgeat, so hence I just want some Fever Tree, which isn't quite as sweet as your typical ginger beers. I do love a Mule, like ginger beer and rum, ginger beer and vodka. Oh, ginger beer and tequila is actually really good as well. That is stunning. The almond notes on there, the lime just beautiful. You know, that might, for me personally, I think I've just gone a little bit too heavy on the syrup. Might have dialed that back even more, but that is just, or it actually added a little bit more booze. That would have been, you know, so it's what I've done 30ml booze. That's really good taste profile though. Cherry, almond, ginger beer, touch of lime, brilliant. Right, recipe 2, again, another simple one. And I'm going to keep this very simple, but a black cherry and strawberry Collins. Simply 4 ingredients and as easy as it sounds. 45ml, 1.5 ounces, because we're going to do this bigger. Then I want some lemon juice, so I'm going 30ml, 1 ounce of lemon juice. Now you could go cherry liqueur, you could go, strawberry liqueur, like Giffard or something like that. However, to keep my sweetness and like sugars all into one, I'm just going to use Real's strawberry syrup there, you know, and you could do simple syrup and strawberry liqueur, that sort of thing. 20ml is my sweet spot for these sort of cocktails. So this will give us the flavour of strawberry and the sweetness all at the same time. Then after a quick shake, we're just going to strain this into our favourite highball glass or Collins glass. And then I'm just, for once in my life, just going to use plain old soda water. And I've got so many different flavoured soda waters up here. As I said, I'm keeping this nice and simple. We're just using plain soda. And that's what I mean. Sometimes we can go way too over the top with drinks. That just does exactly what it says on the tin. Black cherry and strawberry. Absolutely delicious. Now, recipe 3, I'm going to do a julep. I haven't done a julep for ages. Basically, a julep is essentially a mojito without lime and soda water. So we are going for a black cherry and pineapple julep. If you've got a julep tin, I think I've got a few, I have, but they've all got bits in them down there. They should be served ice cold and frosting. We are going to use crushed ice. We're going to make it as cold as possible, but we're just going in a glass. All right. Don't want that first. I want my sugar first, actually. 15ml, 1/2 ounce of sugar syrup. Now I want decent mints. I reckon actually a touch more than a normal mojito. So I say 8 to 10. I would go, depending on the size of your mint leaves, I would go 10 to 12, lost count. Let's just go, yeah, that'll do. That'll do. That'll do in the spirit of bartending. That'll do. Right, palm your hand, give it a spank. That's just broken the aromas down. So we've got a sugar in there. And then the next thing you want is your branded bar spoon from Dutch Barn. Of course we do. The whole point of that is, like, we want a flat end. We don't want to muddle the mint. We don't want it serrated. Is it easy to get? Yeah, that. Can you see that? We don't want a serrated sort of end like that. We want a proper, smooth, flat end like that when we do mojitos. And press that down, extract all that flavour. Don't muddle it. Now we could go for our black cherry vodka from Dutch Barn, and we want 45 ml, 1.5 ounces. Then I've spoken about this ingredient quite a lot recently. I flipping love them. I love the actual brand. These are 0% non-alcoholic spirits, so I use them quite a lot for cocktail masterclasses, hen parties and all that, rum replacements, gin replacements, vodka replacements. This is the blazing pineapple. It's pineapple chili, citrus and spice in there. I always forget I'm using 5 ml here. That will effectively give me 10 ml of a normal ingredient, okay, because they are super concentrated. But just think pineapple, Scotch bonnet chili, citrus and spice. 5 ml of that going into my cocktail. Now this cocktail is essentially a labour of love because it's just, that's it. We're just going crushed ice. So I'm going to do a bit of crushed ice in there and just kind of blend it all up just so we get the dilution going through the cocktail. Gonna have more crushed ice, another churn. Again, we want that dilution, but we want it cold. Even more crushed ice, and another quick churn, and then crown it with your last bit of crushed ice. Look how much that cocktail has changed now. Oh, wow. I love that. How simple is that? If you had a, right, let's give you a little close up there. If you had a Julep tin, that amount of crushed ice and that churning, that's just going to be a lovely layer of like snow, that white frost around the outside. That's why they're there, the Julep tins. But you know, they're sort of getting there with the glass. That is fantastic. Simple, cherry, pineapple, hint of spice coming through there. The minty, I was going to say zestiness, but the mintiness through there. It's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Right, recipe 4. I am totally going to lose the effect of this frozen glass that I like for my thumbnails, but hey ho. This is a black cherry and Satay Spritz. I've spoken about this a few times now. I think it's going to be huge in 2026. We'll chat about that in a minute. Dutch Barn's black cherry vodka, up to you. Let's keep this nice and easy. 30 ml I'm going for there. Right, very quick overview of what Satay is. Satay is, think Aperol, but with tropical twist to it. Mango, passion fruit, blood orange. It's delicious. It's like a tropical fruit version of Aperol, essentially. Right, 30 ml of Satay. I do want a touch of lemon juice, but not too much. I'm just going for 10 ml. And then, as I've said 200 times on my videos, when I do spritzes, yes, you can, of course, use champagne, Prosecco, all that. I don't like the stuff. I don't drink it. I don't have bottles open. I don't have much wine. So I prefer to do my spritzes with just sodas, flavoured sodas. But if you want to like split them with soda and Prosecco, champagne, go for it. Do you. I'm here for inspiration. So I'm going for Fever Tree's Blood Orange Soda, which I think is the perfect combo for cherry, the perfect combo for this Satay. So we're just going to simply top up. This is essentially a highball, but bartenders like to call these spritzes these days. Oh, that's so easy to drink. Dangerously easy to drink, but has that spritz vibe. Just that little bit of element of citrus in there. The cherry, that Satay, that tropical fruit note, the blood orange from Fever Tree. As far as spritzes goes, highballs if you're in my world, or going back to early days bartenders, spirit mixer. Simple, isn't it? But now they're called spritzes. The evolution of bartending and trying to make things sound a lot fancier than what they actually are. But that is beautiful. That is absolutely stunning. Then your final recipe for the video, a Black Forest Martini with a huge difference. This is not going to go in the direction you think it might do. Ingredient uno, a Dutch Barn cherry vodka, 45 ml, 1.5 ounces. Lovely jubbly. So Black Forest, chocolate and cherry. I go through flipping tons of this stuff. Hen pie, you can see that over my shoulder in a second. Hang on. That's the black, tequila black. This is a chocolate tequila cream. This is what I use on Hen Party Cocktail Masterclass, my starter shots. Espresso, mango, coconut, strawberry. I think it's tequila rosé, base. We've just got other flavours. This is proper chocolate in here. 30 ml, 1 ounce. Can we see this? I'll try and do this as slow as I can. But this is gorgeous stuff. Look at that. This is just like a liquid chocolate bar, a liquid dairy milk. So damn flipping good. Then I want some vanilla syrup. Don't want much, but I just need a little bit of sweetness just to balance the alcohol because it could be quite strong. So I'm just literally going for 10 ml of vanilla syrup. This is Madagascan vanilla. Now you might be thinking, all right, there's nothing crazy about that. You know, chocolate liqueur, we might use Bailey's chocolate in there, that's fine, or different, you know, liquor 43 chocolate. Yes, liquor 43 chocolate. Yes, definitely. I forget. It was a year ago since I last used them. But this is where the crazy stuff is because we want something creamy, don't we? We want cream. I don't really like cream. And I thought, no, what also goes well with cherry and chocolate? Well, coconut. But not just coconut water. This is coconut water with the white fleshy stuff. So this is actually a creamier, I should say, version of a coconut water. I'm going for 30 ml, 1 ounce. Still, you know, thinnish consistency, but just works a treat. Then after a quick shake, strain it into your favorite martini glass, coupe glass, or you could even go double old-fashioned glass over ice. Oh, do you know what? I don't know why I've never thought of substituting like the Vita Coco, the white one, in for cream in cocktails. That is fantastic. Cherry and chocolate and coconut with that little hint of vanilla. Oh, that's dessert, December dessert cocktails in a, oh yeah. Gotta love a fun, cheeky cocktail, ain't you? Anyway, cherry vodka cocktails done. We'll probably revisit this in a couple of months and come up with more cherry vodka cocktails. But if you've got any suggestions of what you would make with this, whack them in the comments below. And I will see you next time. What haven't we done? We've done raspberry. I think it's Mediterranean citrus up next.